what do you think Scorponok is going to transform into?
I'm guessing helicopter, of course, but I have no idea how.
For decades, mankind has sought to find the best transforming figure, the cream of the car-converting crop, the best of the bumblebees, the most optimal of Optimus Primes. But has the question ever been posed, what is the worst Transformer? That's why today, we at Venus Jam Reviews seek to find the Trashest Transformer.
Episode 6. Scorponok from Transformers 1 and 2.
Yeah, it looks like he has a peg there, and it turns, so you can put something in there, I guess.
Yeah.
That will rotate.
Show the camera what you're doing, what you're rolling.
Yeah, so there's these wheels on the bottom, which are also on the top for some reason.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
And it has some kind of function, gear function type deal, where those move, which moves this portion, which also moves the claws sometimes.
Yeah, it's a bit old. The gears don't lock in like they used to. Back in the day, it worked like a charm. Now it's just kind of like... and then the stinger that like shoots out, that's an interesting thing, that it's like it shoots out, but it's not a missile. It's like
it's just like a yeah. So the legs are
each ball jointed.
Yeah, they're all ball jointed, but that's the extent of that for them.
Yeah,
it's fine for posability. They're so close together, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Tail, it's just a lot of hinges. 1, 2, 3 hinges, nothing. Oh, there's a swivel there. That's cool.
Look at that.
So we got some options.
Yeah.
Kind of. But I don't like that, like, as a scorpion, it should go more forward.
Yeah, so we can sting a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with that.
It only goes as far as his head. I like that the twisty function is kind of neat. There's a lot of posability in the arms, I noticed. There's, that kind of hinge.
Yeah.
And that rotation. And swivel here.
Swoops.
Elbow. And that's really it. Head has like 2 hinges.
Yeah, there's no rotate. It's just hinges.
You can see up, I guess. Up. The Scorponok scene is really cool. It's really fun.
Yeah.
That's one of the better sequences in that movie, action sequences wise, I believe.
Yeah, that because you see him in broad daylight, you get a lot of shots of just establishing.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of
how
nice
he
wide
looks.
shots of what he is, and he has like his scary eyes, and it's there's some Michael Bay humor in that scene, but it's kind of fun, for
Yeah,
the
left
time
cheek,
being.
left cheek,
Left cheek,
left cheek,
Left cheek! Left cheek!
and it's really cool to see like the U.S. military like shooting him down, and just to hurt him a little bit, and he escapes.
Right, they send a whole air like bomb raid.
Yeah,
to like
an
fire
airstrike
on him.
is so cool.
Yeah, like a big airstrike, and it barely like hits a chunk off of his tail.
Yeah, and like that stuff's cool. It's like it really, like the first scene in that movie with Blackout was cool and all. Like no weapons worked against it, but I feel like the Scorponok fight is more effective because it did show like the weapons realistically could hurt it a little bit, but this is like some of the best weaponry we have, and it just hit a little piece off of him, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of gauged what these organisms are capable of.
Right, it's like the Blackout scene in the beginning. Like they're blowing him up with all this kind of stuff, but they're not like really damaging him. And you think you see a piece of him fall off, but it's actually Scorponok.
Yeah. It's this guy.
Right, and then he comes back later, and it's like, oh shit, these these are actually quite the force.
That's one deficiency I suppose I have, or one problem I have with Michael Bay's storytelling.
An iron deficiency?
Good one. It looks like the movie form, but obviously, like all these components are not gonna swivel and turn and become something entirely different. Like you saw the extent of its flexibility.
So for size comparisons, here we got him next to OP Leader, Armada Prime, Tahu, A Coke,
and we got Galgagar and...
Now, you did say I had to, like, guess what kind of vehicle he turns into.
Right. What do you think Scorponok is going to transform into?
Yeah, because in the movie he doesn't turn into anything.
Yeah, he's got very thruster-like arms, right?
Looks like, yeah, thrusters. I see the word rescue on it, so it's some kind of rescue vehicle. So that means ambulance or a helicopter. And I see no steps, so I'm assuming maybe a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
But I see no evidence of rotors or anything. Maybe, I have no idea. I'm guessing helicopter, of course, but I have no idea how you could become that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you.
He doesn't have a vehicle mode. So I guess all that crap about no rescue, no step on, that's for when he combines with blackout. That should have been obvious to me.
In hindsight.
Because he was part of him when he was a helicopter. Oh my gosh. Well, why didn't he show up like this in the movie?
Yeah, why didn't he just stand up? Come on, everybody. Stand up. Testify.
Stand up. Have you ever been there? Stand up. Testify.
Testicle.
Testicle.
Pappy from Howling 7 in Transformers would be the fucking funniest thing. Alright, sit down now.
Everybody sit down now.
He's got ball joint hips.
Yeah, you like those legs?
He's got knees. He's got no foot.
Hey guys, you like my legs?
No.
They're nothing. He's stinging himself.
He stabs himself. He stabs the fuck out of himself. I guess it's like a kickstand.
Yeah, it's like a little kickstand.
He's got... what a crap toy.
I mean, now you're kind of getting why I put it on Trashest Transformer, right? Like, because the regular Scorponok mode, right, he does that perfectly.
Yeah, he looks like he did in the movie.
Yeah, then this is just like, what the fuck even is this? So, what do you think about this an epic figure?
So I'm looking at it as an adult, and I'm thinking about what I would think as a kid. If I were, I'd probably appreciate how funny this form is. Maybe, but also I would not play with it very much.
You just leave him in Scorponok mode.
Yeah,
is what you're saying. So it would it would serve as an action figure and not as a transformer.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that's basically what I see it as, right? Like.
Yeah. So like I would say, he's
You're trying so hard not to laugh.
I'm not excusing the fact that there is like a shit-ass alt mode, but it also is like a smaller toy.
Yeah.
So it just seems like this would be less
egregious.
Yeah, like I kind of get it. I went out my way to buy a $10 Transformer. It's not gonna. I don't expect it to be.
You don't expect the world from it, yeah.
Yeah, like he is small. He's probably like the second smallest one we've reviewed so far.
Well, who's the smallest?
The AV Unit 1 guy, Dirt Trap or whatever his name is. Dirt Slop. What's his name?
I don't know. Let's compare them next to each other because I think.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, Dirt Boss is a little bit bigger.
You're right. You're right. So this is the smallest so far. Not counting, I guess, the mini cons, the C-cons. Like if those, I guess these kind of count. But as like a standalone set, this is pretty small, and therefore the smallest one so far. So I don't really have the highest expectations. I don't tend to think of smaller Transformers as particularly high quality anyway. right? So
Yes.
So on that basis, like I can't rate it too low. I was thinking like a 3 or something, but like I would say maybe 3 or 4. Like that's tough for me because in this mode he looks the part.
He looks great in this mode. Yeah.
Yeah, he has that playability.
He sacrificed literally the whole point of the toy, which is to transform, in order to look great in this mode.
I'm gonna give the Scorponok a 3.
Yeah, I'll put him. So last time I gave Megatron like a 4 out of 10, right? The Revenge of the Fallen Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
I put him right below that, right? He's bad, but he's not Optimal Optimus bad, right? So I feel like if Optimal Optimus is a 2, right? Seacons are a 1. This guy is a 3.
Yeah, and like I'm rating this based off of this mode is pretty cool. He looks the part. You can play with him, but he is a transforming toy. He's supposed to transform into something cool.
And he fails at that.
Final score 3 out of 10.
He's like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
I was always a little bit weirded out by him too, because like the fact that he transforms into an animal, like a large version of a real life animal, but he's not like a beast. He's not like a Predacon or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what vehicle or machine did he scan to get this form? Like, I don't know. The Transformers logic of at least the Michael Bay movies, they introduce like, oh, you gotta scan a thing to know. But I guess on Cybertron they have scorpions or something.
Scorpion mode or something, yeah.
Remember in that movie when they have a flashback and they show like some Transformers just choose to become like a tower?
Oh, yes.
That's a
right.
little weird. Does that just happen? I guess when we get to like.
Well, remember when we saw robots and Aunt Fanny farted and then the light pole was a robot?
Hey kids, get a load of this!
You're right. I can't. Whatever.
And then he dies and they have a chalk outline of the...
I've seen the movie. I'm well aware.
Crawling in my dick. There's cock I will not suck.